We're going to move on to some other news now. The next big hot topic game on the list was Hades. So Hades, I personally had not played Hades prior to it coming out to console. But apparently it had come out on the Switch and PC in, I don't want to put this up. I think it was 2019 early access, 2020 last year, I think. But now it's hit consoles and obviously on Game Pass. I guess I'll start us off. I did my little review as I do over on YouTube. And what I tend to do with my reviews personally is like I'll dive in for maybe like half an hour, something like that, and just kind of obviously get a general gist of the game and a bit of an idea as to what I'm going to say for the review. But I ended up playing it after the review. I was like, one more run. I've got one more run.
It is beautiful though, isn't it? The art is stunning.
So it was very addicting in that sense. So to describe Hades, it is a top-down, what do you call it? Top-down, what do they call them? That's not a looter.
Like dungeon crawler.
Thank you. That's the word. That's the
word.
That's the words I'm looking for. So you're playing as is it I always butcher these names up. Agrius? Is it Agrius? Agrius? Save me here.
Butcher it too, so.
Look, we're not professionals, right? You're playing as a guy that's trying to get away from his sounds like evil dad. Nah, but essentially what essentially the format of the game is you're running around, you got all these different like gods helping with these different like boons and power-ups and things like that. And you're never going to get to the end. You're going to die, you're going to gain all these skills and abilities and resources to make yourself more powerful for the next one, but the next one's going to be different. But then like each character you talk to kind of like develops the story a little bit more, and then you can go buy new weapons and try and get yourself a little bit further. Then you'll probably die again, and then you'll get even more powerful, and you just repeat that cycle. So I got stuck. Like I said, I haven't like put hours into it. I probably put an hour into it. I got stuck. I think it's on the first boss. I tried it like 3 times and I died. And I'm like, that's it. I'll have to come back to you some other time. But no, I was really enjoying it. Who else has had time to jump into that one?
I was going to jump onto it, but I chose the boyfriend dungeons. So I can talk about that.
My
I
God.
haven't jumped into
You
it.
chose to play. Hang on a minute. Trish, can we just repeat that? Trish chose to play
Different kind of dungeon.
Boyfriend Dungeons, which we're going to get into in a minute. A game about dating your weapons rather than playing Hades. Now we'll get into that a little bit. So, yeah. So you'll be meeting like I said, you'll be meeting Zeus, Athena, Poseidon. And you get to choose, like I said, you get to choose some dozens of different powerful boons and stuff that enhance your abilities. So there was things like swords and spears, and there's a shield, a bow as well. So there's different like weapons and abilities to kind of play around with. And
But their hilts don't make you vibrate though, like Boyfriend Dungeon does.
Yeah.
That is very true. So if you want vibrating hilts, maybe we should go play Boyfriend Dungeons. Oh, that's a good one.
Fish would know. She knows all about it.
Yeah. So obviously, when you die, you still keep all your upgrades. So you just go back and you can go into this room, and spend all the resources you collected in upgrading yourself. I can see it's had like 50 nominations for Game of the Year awards, and I can definitely see why. The art style is very good. And if you jump into it, definitely like talk to everyone, because it kind of like develops the story, stuff like that. It's all voice acted. So yeah, can definitely see why it made Game of the Year. And I don't want to spoil it for anyone, and yeah, this one was just added to touchscreen controls. So for those that do have access to, being able to play their Game Pass games on their phone, play it on your way to work, on your downtime, when you're waiting for something to happen, and yeah, see what people think of it.
How hard would it be for touch screen though? You think that'd be difficult?
I don't think so, because the controls, even on control, are pretty basic. You've got a basic, like, you've got a basic attack button, which is like, from memory, it's like your X. Then you've got like your signature Y ability, which is like its more powerful ability. And then you've got like a range ability that you press B with, but that's like a more limited ability where you have to like collect a resource to reuse that. So I could see how it probably would work with touchscreen, with touchscreen controls. I'd have to see it myself. I personally would still use a controller anyway, personally, with anything touchscreen. I want to get them backbone controllers at some point once cloud becomes more accessible. Just use that straight on my phone or something like that. That's what
Mine's sitting there waiting and waiting.
Ooh.
One day.
Have you ordered one of you?
Yeah.
I want to see what that's like when you get it. That's awesome. Yeah, so that's Hades. That's been trending on Twitter, and I can see why. So yeah, that's definitely what I could recommend. Definitely. If you haven't had a chance, that'd probably be the one that I would recommend to play while we wait for some other games to come out, which is still plenty. So hurry up and play it, because you're about to get swamped with more games. Let's